Good evening and welcome to the 7 o'clock English news from the Sultans of Oman television. First, the headlines. Is signed by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said, leads the Sultan's delegation to the 30th Ordinary Arab Summit in Tunis. Greetings of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to the custodian of the two holy mosques and His Excellency the Palestinian President are conveyed by His Highness Sayyid Assad. The Sultan stresses on the continuation of efforts to support the United Nations and international community to help the Yemeni parties to reach a political solution that achieves peace and stability for the Yemeni people. And the Research Council announces funding of 6 innovative and research proposals to provide solutions for smart cities. Those are the headlines, and now the news in detail. Is signed by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for International Relations and Cooperation Affairs, personal representative of His Majesty Sultan, led the Sultan's delegation to the 30th Ordinary Arab Summit, of which deliberations began at the Tunisian capital today in the presence of leaders and presidents of the Arab governments. His Excellency President Beji Said Essebsi of the Republic of Tunisia led the welcoming party for His Highness Sayyid Assad upon his arrival at the Conference Palace. The Arab Summit addresses a range of topics and issues that concern the Arab nations, that include the political developments of the Palestinian cause, activating the Arab peace initiatives, the crisis in Syria, developments of the situations in Libya and Yemen, as well as discussing the Arab security cooperation, countering terrorism, developing the Arab League, among other several Arab economic and social topics. The custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, King of Saudi Arabia, received yesterday evening His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for the International Relations and Cooperation Affairs and Special Representative of His Majesty the Sultan, who is heading the Sultan's delegation to the 30th Arab League Summit, which started today in the Tunisian capital. His Highness Sayyid Assad conveyed the greetings of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to the King and His Majesty's the best wishes of good health and happiness, and for Saudi people further progress and prosperity. From his side, the King of Saudi Arabia asked His Highness to convey his greetings to His Majesty the Sultan and his best wishes of good health and happiness, and the Omani people further progress and prosperity. During the meeting, they discussed strong historical relations and prospects of bilateral cooperation between the two countries, in addition to discuss the regional and international issues and matters of common concern. The meeting was attended from the Omani side by His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamid Al Busaidi, Secretary General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Saud bin Ali Al Ruqayshi, Sultan's Ambassador to Tunisia, the Excellencies Khalifa bin Hamid Al Badi and Saif Ahmed Al Sawafi, advisors at the office of His Highness, while it was attended from the Saudi side by His Royal Highness Prince Abdulaziz bin Saud bin Naif bin Abdulaziz, Minister of Interior, His Excellency Dr. Musayyad bin Mohammed Al Iban, Minister of State and member of the Council of Ministers, His Excellency Dr. Ibrahim bin Abdulaziz Al Asaf, Foreign Minister, His Excellency Majid bin Abdullah Al Qasabi, Minister of Commerce and Investments, Chairman of Saudi side in the Saudi-Tunisian Joint Committee, His Excellency Mohammed bin Abdullah Al Jadan, Minister of Finance, His Excellency Turki bin Abdullah Al-Shibana, Minister of Information, His Excellency Tamim bin Abdulaziz Al-Salim, Assistant Private Secretary of the Custodian of the two Holy Mosques, His Excellency Ahmed bin Abdullah Al-Qattan, Minister of State for African Countries Affairs, and His Excellency Mohammed bin Mahmoud Al-Ali, Ambassador of the Custodian of the two Holy Mosques to Tunisia. His Excellency President Mahmoud Abbas of Palestine, Chairman of the Executive Committee of the Palestinian Liberation Organization, received yesterday evening His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for the International Relations and Cooperation Affairs and Special Representative of His Majesty the Sultan. His Highness conveyed the greetings of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to His Excellency the Palestinian President and His Majesty's best wishes of good health and happiness, and on the Palestinian people further progress and prosperity. From his side, His Excellency the Palestinian President asked His Highness to convey his greetings to His Majesty Sultan Qaboos and his best wishes of good health and long life, and for many people more progress and prosperity under the wise leadership of His Majesty. During the meeting, they reviewed bilateral relations between both sides, in addition to discuss regional and international issues and a number of matters of mutual concern. The meeting was attended from the Omani side by His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Hamid Al Busaidi, Secretary General of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, His Excellency Saud bin Ali Al Ruqayshi, Sultan's Ambassador to Tunisia, and the Excellencies Khalifa bin Hamid Al Badi and Saif bin Ahmed Al Sawafi, advisors at the office of His Highness, while from the Palestinian side was attended by His Excellency Saib Barakat, Secretary General of the Executive Committees of the Palestinian Liberation Organization, His Excellency Riyadh Al-Maliki, Minister of Foreign Affairs and Immigrants, Majdi Al-Khalidi, Advisor of the President for Foreign Affairs, and His Excellency Hayl Al-Fahoum, Palestinian Ambassador to Tunisia. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos received a written message from His Excellency the President Field Marshal Omar Al-Bashir of Sudan. The message was handed over to His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said when he received His Excellency General Aoud Mohammed bin Auf, President's First Deputy and the Minister of Defense. During the meeting, they discussed good relations of cooperation between the two countries in different fields and ways to strengthening and developing them to serve the joint interests of both countries. On the sidelines of the 30th Ordinary Arab Summit, His Highness Sheikh Sabah Al Ahmed Al Jabir Al Sabah, Emir of Kuwait, received His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said, Deputy Prime Minister for the International and Cooperation Affairs and Special Representative of His Majesty the Sultan. During the meeting, His Highness Sayyid Asad conveyed the greetings of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to Emir of Kuwait and His Majesty's best wishes of good health and happiness. On his part, His Highness the Emir of Kuwait asked His Highness Sayyid Asad to convey his greetings to His Majesty the Sultan. During the meeting, they reviewed the bilateral relations between the two friendly countries and exchanged cordial talks. His Majesty King Abdullah II Ibn al-Hussein of Jordan received His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said. During the meeting, His Highness Sayyid Asad conveyed the greetings of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to the King of Jordan and His Majesty's best wishes of good health and happiness. On his part, His Majesty the King asked His Highness Sayyid Asad to convey the greetings to His Majesty the Sultan. Their meeting focused on topics of mutual concern. His Excellency Michel Aoun of Lebanon received His Highness Sayyid Asad bin Tariq Al Said. During the meeting, His Highness Sayyid Asad conveyed the greetings of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos to His Excellency the President of Lebanon and His Majesty's best wishes of good health and happiness. On his part, His Excellency the President asked His Highness Sayyid Asad to convey the greetings to His Majesty the Sultan. They reviewed aspects of cooperation and discussed topics of mutual concern. His Highness Said Asad bin Tariq Al Said met with His Excellency Antonio Guterres, Secretary General of the United Nations. They discussed a number of matters of the regional and international level. His Excellency Yusuf bin Ali bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, received His Excellency Martin Griffiths, UN Special Envoy for Yemen. During the talks, they reviewed the efforts exerted by the Yemeni parties in the peace process. His Excellency the Minister affirmed to the UN Envoy for Yemen the Sultans' continued efforts to support the United Nations initiatives and the international community to help the Yemeni parties to reach the political solution that achieve peace and stability to the Yemeni people. Preparations for the elections of members of Shura Council 9th term are underway this year amidst the achievements of this Shura March in the country. February 21st, 2019 was the deadline for submitting nominations, e-applications for elections of the Shura Council's members who met the requirements. The Shura March in the Sultanate has been marked by several stages of hard work, beginning with the second decade of blessed renaissance led by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos. The Omani Shura March has witnessed successive and continuous developments over the past years. Its institutional system has been operating in two chambers, the appointed State Council and the elected Shura Council, together under the umbrella of the Council of Oman, each enjoying legal personality and financial and administrative independence. The Research Council announced funding of 6 innovative and research proposals which will provide solutions for the smart cities. The 6 research proposals were selected out of 138 proposals and from 20 academic institutions. The proposals will come into force within a year of signing the contract. Such proposals include a smart system for naming streets. Another proposal was a smart system for monitoring and detecting pollution at sea through using drones, and the proposal for smart and eco-friendly system used for solid waste management. To come here news bulletin. The Sultan joined the world countries for celebrating the Earth Hour 2019.
Why is competition good for businesses? Businesses compete in things like price, quality, and service to win new customers who could be other businesses as well as consumers. Being competitive can mean more customers choose you rather than your rivals. But when businesses collude and don't compete, this can lower down the quality and service, and the consumers paying more than they should. This is an unlawful practice and can stop consumers from getting more options on goods and services with better quality and better prices. That's why the Competition Protection and Monopoly Prevention Law was issued to regulate the freedom of practicing any economic activities and stabilize the principles of the market rules and freedom of pricing in such manner that the same shall not restrict competition, prevent the same, or be negatively affected, thereby to benefit consumers, businesses, and the national economy. Breaching any of the law's clauses could lead to prison sentences and fines up to 100,000 Omani riyals. The punishment can also include paying 10% of the total annual sales of the products subject of the violation, as well as damage to the business's reputation. Help us in preventing anti-competitive activities by contacting the following numbers. And to know more about the law and the prohibited activities, please visit our website www.cmc.om. Competition Protection and Monopoly Prevention Center.
Welcome back to the news from the Sultan of Oman television. The Capital Market Authority is working on preparation of the unified health insurance document related to the obligatory health insurance for the employees in private sector and expatriates as well as visitors of the Sultanate. The authority clarified that issuance of this document is considered as an announcement that the regulatory system of the health insurance is prepared to pave the way for the application of the project gradually after its approval from the Council of Ministers. The project is expected to cover around 2.1 million employees. Addressing financial risks and exchanging experience in the field of combating money laundering and terrorism financing were the main topics discussed by the 5th Suspicious Transactions Awareness Forum. The forum was organized by the National Center for Financial Information. It seeks to acquaint with challenges and difficulties in the field of criminal evidence and reports of suspicious transactions, in addition to exchanging information between public and private sectors. The three-day event was held at the conference hall at the premises of National Bank of Oman, Muscat. It witnessed the participation of bodies concerned, specialists from the public and private sectors, along with international experts. The main goal of the forum is to acquaint the participants with the legal and procedural aspects of the crimes of money laundering and terrorism financing. The Sultan Qaboos University hosted a group of college and university students from the Gulf countries in the 9th edition of Gulf Programming 9th Contest. It aims to develop the skills of the students in the field of technology, and is also considered an opportunity to showcase their creativity and programs in solving electronic problems. The event is hosted each year in the Gulf Education Institutional in order to test the capabilities of the students in related fields, as well as prepare them to take part in international activities of the same category. The Ministry of Manpower continues to conduct interviews for 2,031 job seekers this week to compete on 192 job opportunities. The Ministry today conducted interviews for 286 job seekers who competed on 41 vacancies in various companies. Meanwhile, a number of companies in private sector announcement vacancies where the interviews will be conducted this week in cooperation with the Ministry of Manpower and various other institutions. The admission center will open tomorrow for registration in the e-system for the general education diploma students and its equivalent for the academic year 2016 to 2020 until the 1st of June. The number of seats within the academic year reached around 29,732 in various higher educational institutions, including internal, external, and private sector scholarships. The study programs within the government higher education, along with the scholarships, reached around 415. As part of its efforts to protect the environment, the Sultanate, represented by the Ministry of Environment and Climate Affairs, celebrated Earth Hour this year under the auspices of His Excellency Najib bin Ali Al-Rawas and the Secretary of the Ministry of Environment and Climate Affairs. Our reporter Saleh bin Khalfan Rahbi has more details in the following report.
From 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. local time on March 30th, 2019, lights and unnecessary electrical appliances were turned off in streets, landmarks, homes, public and private sector buildings, in addition to civil society organizations. All were participating in a movement called Earth Hour.
The Sultanate is supporting the effort by the international community in order to reduce the risk of the climate change. And here it's the call for all individuals, government, companies to find ways and means to reduce the consumption of energy and to use the appliance and equipments which are using very low energy and also they are with high efficiency of energy consumption.
The Sultanate, represented by various bodies, took part in this environmental event to raise awareness among different segments of society about the importance of protecting the environment. School students also expressed their care for Mother Earth through their eco-friendly projects.
My project name is washing machine, which is a friend for the environment. It's help environment in two ways. The first way, it's used to use the electricity. The second way is it's recycling using the water, which is help the environment from the bad effect of electricity and the bad effect of using a lot of water.
Joining international efforts to face global warming challenges is one aim of the event, in addition to promoting a positive behavior among individuals to protect the Earth from the negative impacts of greenhouse emissions and to rely on using renewable sources of energy instead. Earth Hour is a mere gesture of solidarity, uniting people in their efforts to save the planet for future generations. For the Sultanate of Oman television, Saleh Bukhalfan al-Rahbi, Muscat.
Watching the Sultan of Oman television, before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. It's signed by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Said Asad bin Tariq Al Said, leads the Sultan's delegation to the 30th Ordinary Arab Summit in Tunis. Greetings of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, the custodian of the two holy mosques, and His Excellency the Palestinian President are conveyed by His Highness Said Assad. The Sultan stresses on the continuation of efforts to support the United Nations and international community to help the Yemeni parties to reach a political solution that achieves peace and stability for the Yemeni people. And the Research Council announces funding of 6 innovative and research proposals to provide solutions for smart cities. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin from all of us here in the newsroom in the studios. Thanks for watching. Good night.